or whether he wins by first round at knockout. We're told that Golovkin's going to be there, but we haven't seen a clip of him yet. Now, whether he comes out just before they come out, I don't know.
Just on.
Let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner with his trainer Nacho Beristain. He's wearing white and weighed in officially at 164 pounds. His professional record, 50 victories, including 32 wins by knockout with 2 defeats and 1 draw. Presenting the former middleweight champion of the world, damas y caballeros, el ex campeón del mundo, el guerrero luchando de Culiacán, Sinaloa, México, Julio CESAR Chávez Jr. And across the ring, fighting out of the red corner with his trainer Eddie Reynoso, wearing blue with gold and weighing in officially at 164 pounds. His professional record, 48 victories, including 34 wins by knockout with 1 defeat and 1 draw. He's a 3-time world champion, former middleweight champion of the world, and current 2-time light middleweight world champion. Damas y caballeros, es la máquina de lucha legendaria de Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, Saúl CANELO Alvarez.
Okay, gentlemen, trunks are good on both sides. This is it. We went over the rules in the dressing room. I want to caution you to keep this fight clean at all times, protect yourself at all times, and what I say you must obey. Good luck, Bruno Suerte.
Chavez avoiding the look of Alvarez, who fixed him with a steely glare. So who's it to be? Alvarez or Chavez? 12 rounds, Alvarez the red-hot favourite. But can Chavez somehow provide what would be an enormous upset? 12 rounds to determine who is the Mexican #1. Chavez with that height and reach advantage, but he likes to operate in close. He's a good in-fighter. Who's going to have the power, though, and who's going to have the strength?
But he has to make those wrong punches tell before he gets in close. Alvarez is a very good counter-puncher, very patient fighter. He'll want Chavez to come in. He'll want to draw Chavez in. He'll want to catch him. He'll want to take a little step out, catch him falling short, and then counter. So Chavez got to make that jab, those wrong punches tell before he comes in close.
Chavez says it's been a problem being his famous father's son. He said people judge him so harshly, and when anything goes wrong, everything that's bad is doubled against him.
Nice little left hook to the body there from Chavez.
Chavez, the son of a fighting legend. Alvarez, the son of a man who was a one-time ice cream vendor.
It's amazing, isn't it? They both come notes. Chavez Sr. came from humble beginnings, but so did Canelo. Alvarez. A good right hand there as well from Alvarez. Second one he's landed with heavy shot.
Is Alvarez going to prove to be the power puncher in there? Certainly he believes so. The stockier man.
Because of the weight difference, it's hard to tell. I think pound for pound, he probably is a bigger puncher, but actually with the size difference, it's hard to tell. But what you know about Alvarez, he's a better technician than Chavez Jr.
Chavez, who held the world middleweight title in 2011, 2012. 3 successful defences of that crown before he ran into Sergio Martinez.
Just waiting a bit.
That night was exceptional.
Oh, it was, yeah. Well, Martinez was an absolute nightmare to fight. Just waiting a little bit too long to let his punches go here, Chavez. He started off brightly, landed with some lovely uppercut, left hook, then a body shot. And then just backing off. He's trying to be, you don't want to make any silly mistakes. Usually he leans in with his punches, so that's good. He hasn't started to do that yet. We've got to keep that jab working. Canelo getting his jab into play at the moment.
No real power shots landed so far. Get the impression the two men just kind of feeling each other out at this point. Last few seconds of an interesting opening round. Not a lot between them.
Commits, because I said this before the fight, Alvarez is a very good counter puncher. He will make you pay for all your mistakes. But I still think at the same time that got to use those long arms, that jab got to be snappy for Chavez, and he's got to try, he has got to go forward, he's got to gamble. He's known for not having the best of engines. So for me, he's got to start fast, got to try and pick up the points if he can. Don't want to let Alvarez get into a rhythm, that's for sure. Oh, lovely. Left uppercut.
Shows signs of doing. He's upping the pace here. A couple of solid clubbing body shots, working well inside, and then a lovely straight jab as well, all from Alvarez.
Well, Alvarez is usually very, very patient in his work. Never overcommits until he's sure his opponent's on his way out. They're being very proactive so far in this round.
Chavez having to work on retreat.
He's good with the jab as well, so far, Alvarez.
Smaller man, but with real authority in that left-hand lead.
Oh, lovely. That's more to do with Chavez making a mistake. Chavez come forward, and he loves to fight in this ring. But he's coming forward and not throwing any punches, just walking in with his hands up. Opportunity there for Alvarez to tee off.
Chavez being told by the referee to keep his punches up. You get the impression that the better work inside is coming from Alvarez in this early stage.
You know when you've got two Mexicans fighting, everyone starts off with a combination with an uppercut. He's coming second best in it at the moment, Chavez.
Good round this for Alvarez. Slightly tentative opening, and he was told to up the pace, and he has done. Alvarez suggested that Chavez was a quitter, and he said, once a quitter, always a quitter.
A bit harsh. He retired with Confara, obviously, in the 9th round, and that, obviously, in the Mexican culture, that's unforgivable. Good start here, though, from Alvarez. Strong, took the temp to the ring.
There are those who've disproved the once a quitter, always a quitter, notably Roberto Duran. Good work again from Alvarez. This has been a very impressive round for him this second, and Chavez hasn't delivered too much by way of response. Chavez going up fighting the winner of this one. Was supposed to be fighting Billy Joe Saunders in June, until the carrot of Canelo Alvarez was dangled in front of him. Well, we'll see how that one plays out. Good second round it was for Alvarez, and your card, Barry, a couple of rounds up already.
Yes.
Chavez needs to get into this fight. The work rate is coming from Alvarez.
Well, what's happening? Chavez is trying to look for the perfect opportunity to land. rather than just maybe let his hands go. You got to be careful what's going to come back, because Alvarez is a good counter puncher, but he's waiting too long to get off, and then Alvarez is just beating to the punch.
Alvarez has been working with a strength and conditioning coach for fighting at this higher weights, working with Angel Heredia, who worked with Juan Manuel Marquez, and a good shot there.
Strong, solid right hand there from Alvarez.
He's out jabbing Chavez early on in this fight.
Which you would usually think shouldn't be allowed because the taller guy, but it's not, for me, it's not a surprise. Chavez has never used his reach and his height. He's just bullied his way through inferior opponents, and maybe not learning, honing those skills, but maybe might be his undoing tonight.
Hardly taken a reverse step so far, Alvarez. It's been him who's been forcing the fight, and he'll be the one who's catching the judge's eye.
Got to work when he gets close here now, Chavez. He's got to work away.
And he's starting to get busted up. There's blood coming from his nose.
But Chavez he's looking a little bit shell-shocked, isn't he, Chavez?
He's looking outgunned. The stronger man, the more accurate man, the man with the power in his punches at this stage is Alvarez.
Good there from Alvarez.
That's better from Chavez. Needs more.
Good response though back there though from CANELO Alvarez, and a good with the left hook to the body.
The blood is flowing. Alvarez trying to give him a real working over in this third round. And he has bossed the action again. Well, the suggestion... Well, he might be.
So he should be.
Chavez has got major problems in here. Suggested beforehand that the early rounds would be decisive.
All it takes, though, is a little bit of success here from Chavez. Oh, good body shot there from Alvarez.
Again, showing that he's the power puncher. Down came the gloves, and he punishes Chavez with a shot to the head, out jabbing him as well.
But that's Chavez there, not committing with the right hand. Throwing it half-heartedly and paying the price. You've got to commit with your punches. When you're in against a guy who's a better counter puncher, better technician, you've got to commit with your shot. And Alvarez making him pay.
Alvarez right in control. Good jab again from the smaller man. Accuracy and power from CANELO.
Lovely combination from Alvarez. Good right hand back from Chavez.
He doesn't look as though he's hurt Alvarez at any point yet.
I don't think really that Alvarez has hurt Chavez just yet, but he's landing too easily, too frequently.
Outworking him.
Outworking him, outthinking him.
Oh, lovely uppercut, right hand, following on from the hooks to the body.
Lovely right hand there.
Few boos in the crowd, I think, from the Chavez performance so far. Well, and big headshots once more.
It's because he's not fighting back. You'd expect him to be fighting back. You thought he wanted a war.
If it carries on like this, Alvarez will win by a landslide margin if it goes the distance, and it's hard to see that it can if it continues to be as one-sided.
The jab from Alvarez, though, was very, very effective. Really is. Just stop you in your tracks.
Penny for the thoughts of Gennady Golovkin as he watches Alvarez in action here.
Yeah. Nice hit from Chavez.
Better. Needs a lot more, though.
He needs to try and push Alvarez back.
How do you begin to do it? You've got to throw more punches for a start. The blood's starting to flow from his nose again.
You've got to come forward with long, straight punches.
Well, it's been everything, or is the one-sided beating going to continue? Needs to get some rounds and needs to get them soon, Chavez.
Let's be honest and realistic. We all, most of us felt that Alvarez was going to be dominant in the fight, and maybe and was a favourite to win. But we thought that Chavez Jr. would have made it competitive in the early stages of the fight. And he hasn't been able to do that yet.
Maybe he'll surprise us.
All you need is one good shot. It sets you alight sometimes. You've got to make those opportunities for yourself.
There's not been too many times in his career when Alvarez has been cracked by one good shot and really put in trouble.
No.
He's got to do something to disrupt his confidence and not allow him to throw punches like that. Punch of the fight so far. Great right hand from Alvarez.
Fantastic timing there from Sal Alvarez. That wasn't even that bad of a jab there from Chavez. Just beautiful timing there from CANELO Alvarez.
Hand speed, accuracy and the transfer of power.
You mentioned something earlier, John, about being a fighter being in a rhythm, and that's what Alvarez is right now. He's in a rhythm. He's in this nice lovely little mode here, going through the motions now.
Chavez is not enjoying this one little bit. Head's going in close. Kenny Bayliss telling him to watch it.
Hand with a jab there. Chavez. This is where Chavez likes to do his work. That's where he operates. Oh, lovely right uppercut there from Alvarez again. Fantastic display.
Chavez is being worked over. A tentative sort of left-hand lead. Alvarez looking for another big right hand.
Looking is the key. He looks for everything. He don't ever throw a punch without thinking first, Alvarez. And it's quick decisions he makes. You know, they're milliseconds, but he's always looking, thinking. See there? Looking, stalking. There's always thought behind his work.
Rival fans chanting their support. There's a good right hand.
Just a glancing blow there, luckily there for Alvarez.
Chavez saw the opening though, almost took it.
But that's what Chavez got to do. See, Alvarez likes to do that little lean back and then come back. Because he's got those long arms, he can throw that. He can throw another punch straight after it.
This has to be another Alvarez round. CANELO heading for 5 out of 5.
And the worrying part here for Chavez, that's testament to the right hands. That here's one of them here.
Well, that's that great shot which we said was the best punch of the fight so far.
Just a little twist to the shoulders there, making that left jab come over the top.
Chavez being told by his corner he's got to hit him. Not kidding.
Fantastic advice.
And hit him repeatedly. 5 rounds down. It's all CANELO.
Obviously, you're saying things what he should be doing, or what you think you'd like him to do. It's easier said than done, because you know you make a mistake with Alvarez and he makes you pay with a hard, nasty shot. And it's not always the right hand over the top. He turns out right uppercut lovely, long left hook, he hits you to the body hard. So the variety in his work is pretty good.
Chavez just covering up. Needs to throw more leather, Barry. Otherwise, this is going to be out of sight.
But here, no, that's what he should be rallying there. No, he should be flurrying. Whether they're hard shots or fast, soft shots, you got to be working. He's just not comfortable in there right now. Even in his favourite, even in the pocket where he does his best work, he doesn't feel comfortable.
There's no belief.
He knows
that's the way it looks.
He knows Alvarez is a better fighter than him. Unless this is a master plan of trying to tire Alvarez out, which I doubt very much.
Alvarez's stamina has not really been has let him down before. The only time he struggled really was when he was outboxed by Mayweather, and there's no sign that that's happening here.
Yeah, and against Eric Lara, but they're different styles to Chavez Jr. They were movers, slicksters, and this guy is certainly not that.
This is where Chavez needs to unload, but doesn't do so. Now he does.
Yeah, he's trying, that's better. But he knows that Alvarez is trying to set him up. And you know, when you're in there, you just know, you think you'll have a success. You know the guy's just trying to set you up for something. And that's what Alvarez done to you. Alvarez come out early, made him feel his power straight away.
Alvarez waiting for the opening. And letting Chavez come to him, just leaning back on those ropes, almost beckoning him in, saying, come on, have a go.
Well, Chavez is throwing, but Alvarez is blocking.
Alvarez feeling the power of Chavez, such as it is, and waiting for the taller man to make a mistake, which on that occasion didn't come.
Well, Chavez should have flurried there, Chavez, and then took a big arc to the right, and then went from the side again.
Good hand speed again from Alvarez, and accuracy.
It's not a...
Have to stop him now. And we'd agree with that, because we've made it 6 out of 6 for Canelo Alvarez. Hard to see where the stoppage is going to come. Alvarez going to work again, letting the punches flow.
That jab of Alvarez is so hard, you tend to think that he might actually be left-handed. That's how solid his left jab is.
Well, this is a bigger effort from Chavez. Needed more of this a few rounds ago. He's on the front foot and the crowd respond. They want to see a fight.
Trying to look for the spots there, Chavez. Oh, good response there though from Alvarez.
Oh, what an uppercut. Great shot, that right hand. Beautiful work from Alvarez as he came off the ropes responding. Very much the cash cow of Golden Boy Promotions, Canelo Alvarez. And I think Oscar De La Hoya is going to be pretty pleased with what his man's doing in there right now.
Yeah, most definitely. Really boxing well and still within himself, you feel. But Chavez is trying to force the pace a little bit more here without going too gung-ho.
He's upped his work rate, but he's being made to pay.
The difference in quality and class when they both let their hands go is different. Alvarez just looks a different level. And the left eye starting to close as well from Chavez Jr.
Bruising both below and above. Not affecting his vision as yet.
That's better though from Chavez. He put his head on the head like he's done all night to Alvarez, but this time he's actually throwing uppercuts.
Flooding body shots once more from Canelo.
What you see here with Chavez Jr., he's fighting like a man who knows he's in with someone better than him. And I know what that feels, and it's very difficult. You know, you have to be so sure that your hands go, because you know the guy's a better opponent, he's betting you in every facet of the game, and he'll make you pay for making a mistake.
Well, he did better in that round though, Chavez, and we're into the 8th round, and no sign of that happening so far.
But he's made more of an effort. You can't expect him, and you can't blame him for not just going for it and risking getting knocked out yet. But he's made more of an effort in the last couple of rounds. and made it a little bit, it's not competitive, but a little bit more competitive. And the problem you had though is that Alvarez has never shown any sign of gassing out. Oh, lovely.
Terrific accuracy from Alvarez and an appreciative buzz from ringside.
He's so thoughtful in his work, Alvarez. Oh, good there from Chavez.
That's better. And you can see the Chavez supporters urging him to keep it coming.
But Alvarez is so thoughtful in his work, he punches through the target every time. So he makes sure he's in range. He very rarely misses with a straight punch.
Chavez is blowing in there, feeling the pace.
To be fair, I think he's done quite well with the pace, because he's been known to really gas out in fights before. But you can see he's genuinely trained hard for this. But he's second best in every quarter he looks at the moment.
Been training in the Atomi Mountains for this one, Chavez, where his dad used to work in readiness for his biggest fights.
Look at that there from Alvarez. He's watching the punches, blocking everything, dipping the elbow down to block the body shot. If Chavez would only use his jab a bit more, make it solid, make it fast. Could have got some headway maybe in the earlier rounds.
Well, Alvarez been looking to take him out. Good work again, beautifully switching the attack from body to head.
To Chavez's credit, though, he's taken some decent shots and hasn't shown any sign of wilting with the power of Alvarez, even though you can see the sweat fly off his head every time he gets hit with the right hand. Hasn't shown any signs of wilting.
Crisper punches from Alvarez, and he's been superior with that left hand lead.
Yeah. Well, we said earlier, he punches through the target. Every shot he throws, every straight shot he throws, he aims for the back of the head.
Well, Chavez has had his moments in this round, but once more, surely not enough.
No, nowhere near enough, I'm afraid.
Pretty much after the opening 30 seconds.
He is letting in, but I don't think he can do much about it anyway, to be honest.
Can Chavez somehow find something to turn this round? The left hand from Alvarez was low. Referee just checking that Chavez is okay.
A fantastic right hand up preceded that. There was a lovely shot. See, that's where Chavez operates there. He threw that right uppercut there in the three-quarter range. But he's I wouldn't say scared to let his hands go.
That's better. Now he needs to sustain it. How the crowd want to see it. The Chavez turning something on here at last. Or is Alvarez just letting him?
I think he's letting him, because most of these punches are not getting through, and the ones that are half blocked. But that's all Chavez can do is just keep trying to throw hit the target. What he needs to do is change the angle, try and take a big step to the side, and whip in a left hook from the side of Alvarez, make Alvarez turn.
Alvarez as much as to say, right, you've had your turn, now let's see what I can do, and we'll have a look. And he pushes him back, uses his strength to do so.
And we've seen Alvarez in previous fights how patient he can be. The Amir Khan fight, the Liam Smith fight, he won't go for the knockout until he's sure that his fighter is wilting.
Well, they told him to bide his time, haven't they?
Or tire in. When the fight's been competitive, like Amir Khan and Liam Smith were, then he just boxes sensible, takes his time, and waits for to see the opening. He won't take any silly risks.
Well, they'll know that he's won everything so far.
And once he feels that strength zapping from Chavez Jr., then I think he'll go for it.
Big effort from Chavez in this round. Good jab, great jab. Is Alvarez just waiting, just letting Chavez punch himself out a little? Certainly taking a bit of a breather in this 9th round. Is Chavez doing enough to win it?
Well, a lot of the punches that Chavez have been blocked, he's been busier, much busier. Oh, it's nice, fast hands there, good counter skills there from Alvarez.
Chavez having one of his better rounds here, though.
I think he might have done enough here, John.
At last, are we awarding a round for Julio Cesar Chavez? A bit slow to get out of the ring. And so the action resumes. 3 rounds remaining. 3 rounds away from surely Canelo Alvarez being crowned the King of Mexico.
And it was always on the cards beforehand, but you would have thought, and I'd say it again, you would have thought that Chavez, certainly in the earlier rounds, would have made a fight of it. And he hasn't been able to, or hasn't tried to, I don't know. I think it's all down to Alvarez having just technically being better, physically stronger as well, it seems. Good body shot there from Alvarez.
Chavez felt that one. And into reverse gear again, which is not where he wants to be if he's somehow going to win another round. This is all Alvarez again now.
But look how gun-shy he is, Chavez. He got an opportunity there to throw the jab. He could step in and step out with that jab, and he just looks too afraid to let his hands go.
Felt the weight of the left hook, and now it's a right hook which studs home. The power right from the outset has looked as though it's been with the man who, through his career, has principally been a light middleweight.
Yes. Well, if anything, now this proves that fighting at this weight, I know he's not fighting the same level as Golovkin, has proved that Alvarez can fight at a higher weight effectively.
And will Golovkin finally have the fight he wants? Will Alvarez step up to the plate? I wonder. If he can get through this, which it looks very much as though he's going to do by a huge margin.
It'd be the comeback of all comebacks, wouldn't it, if Chavez could pull this out of the bag. He would almost rival his dad's win against Meldrick Taylor. Almost. Not quite.
Richard Steele ending that one in the closing seconds. One of the great controversial moments of boxing.
Oh, it's lovely there from Alvarez. Partially blocked there but from Chavez.
Crowd want to see Chavez really go for him. It's not happening though.
Well, they're a Mexican crowd, 2 Mexican fighters on a Mexican weekend. You would, from their traditions, you would have thought that Chavez would have been going for it.
They wanted to see Barrera Morales again. It was never going to be.
No. But again, I got to say the same thing again. We thought it was always going to be Alvarez who was going to win the fight, and quite clearly, but we thought that Chavez would have really gone for it at some point.
There's jeers from the crowd again, and it's jeers for the performance of Julio Cesar Chavez. The judges having a very, very easy
boxing, and that's not working. He's a mile behind, and this is one of the easiest nights that Alvarez has had for a very long time. I mean, I can't remember the man such an easy fight since he's been a champion.
There's never been any stage of it where remotely it looks as though Chavez is going to win it. Not at any moment. A second chance in many ways for his career. He's still in there, but has he taken it? You'd suggest not.
No, if he really wants to win the fight, then these 2 rounds he's got to bite on that gum shield and just go for it.
Has he got it in the armory, or is it going to continue the same pattern? Will Alvarez maybe go for the stoppage?
He will. I think he will try and turn the screws a little bit, Alvarez, but again, he won't take any silly risks, so why should he?
won the fight. Won the fight by a mile.
And you forget how much experience Alvarez has had over the years. He's 26 years of age. It's unbelievable the experience that he's had, the fighters he's been in with. He's learned off all his wins, those close, controversial wins against Alessandro Lara, or the defeat against Mayweather. He's learned so much from those fights. He's made him an all-rounded fighter.
A lot of people suspected, was he going to be broken by that Mayweather defeat? Well, he has emphatically answered that one, hasn't he?
Right. Well, you take Solace that you've been totally outboxed, but by the best fighter of your generation. So there's no real shame in that.
Well, the sellout crowd wanted to see a battle royal, and it has just not turned out to be that fight.
No, they've seen a dominant display by a better fighter. That's what they've seen.
Well, you have to commend his performance, because he has boxed really well tonight. Alvarez, from word go. Hand speed, accuracy, economy of movements as well.
Yeah.
Great ring generalship.
Exactly. And the jab as well of Alvarez has been just absolutely fantastic. And again, the thought in his work. That's one of the few punches that he's missed all night. The thought in his work. You can see his eyes looking over the target, picking where he's going to put his next punch, and he's calculating the next 3 punches in advance. And he can do that because Chavez is not fighting back in the quiet gaps. In the quiet times where Chavez should be throwing the jab, he's not doing nothing, giving chance for Alvarez to set up his attacks.
The question, I'm sure, will be asked in the ring afterwards. What about Gennady Golovkin? Maybe Golovkin will get up into the ring and issue the challenge himself. He's there at ringside, sitting a few seats away from Oscar De La Hoya and Bernard Hopkins. He's there for one reason, to try and get the big fight on.
Well, if they can't make it after this, then let's just forget about talking about it. They should just both go their separate ways.
Okay, here we go.
Alvarez not having that with a low punch.
No, it certainly wasn't. Hit him in the ribs, didn't he?
Alvarez has been what we've expected.
On the 9th, when Alvarez took his foot off the gas. Apart from that, it has been a shutout on our card. Has Chavez got one last grandstand finish in him, or will Alvarez go for the stoppage?
Well, Alvarez, I say he's a really good, underestimated counter-puncher, but he hasn't had to do that today. He's been the aggressor throughout, and he's just shown that this rivalry is not really a rivalry. It's one guy who's levels above another guy, giving away natural weight, size, and everything else. But the quality in his work has just been different gear to what Chavez Jr. has had to offer.
Odds as good as 4-1 on for Alvarez in the Vegas casinos before this. I say as good as, because the way this has looked, 4-1 on, kind of looks as good as money in the bank, isn't it? If it'd been 50-1 on, it couldn't have been much more emphatic.
Nice little right hand there from Chavez.
At last.
And that's where you feel disappointed. When you're in against someone who's better than you in every department, then it's just one of those things you can't answer. But he hasn't tried anything new, Chavez Jr. He had no ideas.
Maybe he realised at an early stage that there was the possibility there that he was just going to get taken apart and hurt. So he's looked to survive, look to get through there.
Yeah, but survive. Maybe he has. But you tend to think at this level, and this stage, just rush it. Though I think he should have rushed at CANELO and really tried to make it a dogfight. Roughed him up, everything, elbows, head, whatever you can do to unsettle Alvarez. But you haven't tried nothing. You haven't tried getting on his toes a little bit more. He's just done the same thing every round, and it hasn't worked. And he hasn't got the ring intelligence or the effort.
Or the fitness.
Or the fitness, yeah.
Well, a minute to go. Alvarez on the attack again.
But like I say, John, it's easy to say these things. You've got Alvarez in front of you, orchestrating everything. And he's a hard man to move.
Well, you have to give credit where credit's due. There's nothing unimpressive about Alvarez's performance here. Unless if you're, I suppose, hypercritical, you might suggest that he could have risk trying to take him out, but why bother when you're a mile in front?
He's been punched perfect, I think. Just see that left hook to the body there. And Chavez showing that he can take a really good shot, didn't budge. And that tends to point that Chavez maybe got more in the tank.
So, last 15 seconds of the fight. All about Canelo, all about Alvarez. The pride of Mexico. Chavez, the old champion, has been found wanting. It hasn't turned out to be the battle royal that the fans wanted. There's a few jeers around the auditorium.
To the target, he was the one picking his shots. Better technician, physically stronger, better game plan. Just a better, higher level caliber all round in Chavez Jr. And that's all you can say. He's just too good.
Waiting score 120 to 108. All to the winner by unanimous decision. De Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
By a shutout, Canelo takes the verdict 120 to 108.